All right, welcome to another edition of Tori Day Live. We are here together today because a lot of things has been happening in our community, and we know we are in the football season, with the Afcon going on, raging on. We've been having a lot of games. We have this the the round of 16 that just ended today, and we're gonna debrief about, talk about it, congratulate the teams that have made it through, and then talk about the top performing players and everything that's going on around the Afcon, and even other thing that's going on around the Cameroonian team, especially now that they've successfully made it through the next round, and with the outing of the minister and all the backlash that they are receiving. So we're going to debrief, we're going to talk about it, and then, as usual, you are more than welcome to give your own opinion and comment. Let us know from where you're watching, and share the live to let the other people around you know about it. And then at a certain point of the live, we're going to open the phone line for you guys to, like you always do. This is your home, like you always do. You come to your home and you give your voice or your own opinion, be it contrary to what we are saying. It's always good, because through the contradiction comes the evolution. So I'm here, like with my brother Nasako, aka Toride. Asia Baba.
It's another wonderful day, and we'll have conversations. We'll talk about things that are important to us, things that matter to us. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about Afcon. We'll talk about the teams. We'll talk about players. We'll talk about fans. We'll generally just talk about everything that can make a good conversation, that can develop our community. It's just fun, and fun. Some person called me today, and I was so surprised. See, even get my number. Then I remember I started to talk to people the way they probably they close to. He called me today and was just telling me thank you for all the work we are doing. See, they don't tell you about our platform and this and that. Say they don't wait for the right way for work on certain things with them. I was so glad. I was so impressed. Surprised, highly surprised. Now I first see him from inside my head, I was like, hey, maybe they want to scam. But again, you start get a conversation, and then for the end, you even hear the person will give my number and all of that. They talk for back and say, hey, today. And then I was like, okay, thank you. I don't know, so I will start, but we'll start from somewhere, especially because since we'll play South Africa in a day around, so we'll probably start for the and then we'll count down small. But we head towards the quarterfinals right now for Nations Cup. What is your take on the competition so far?
The whole competition, or just our team?
The whole competition.
No, so far it's a very good competition. For me, it's even better than what we saw in Ivory Coast, because now the pace is really high, the intensity and the surprises. You're seeing some players emerging, young players that are showcasing their talent, and of course, everything is not perfect. We've seen the referees commission that is not doing a very good job. It was better in the last edition of Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire, but this time around, I don't know. But the only criticism we can have is we have two, not only one. We have two criticism. We have the referees. They need to step up their games, especially that the competition is moving on. They need to step up their games, and then the other part is that the fields are empty. So we are Africans, man. We like it when the fields are full with that passionate people shouting and encouraging their teams and all of that. So these are the two things. But from what we're seeing from the field, the display, the tactical, the team, the energy, the intensity, the games are really interesting. So not really boring. So we haven't seen a boring games so far, but because the level is getting high, and shout out to the African football that is improving year in, year out. So for me, yeah, the competition is going on well, and especially with our team, with our country showing a different phase from what they were everybody thought they were going to show. So, and we are really proud of what they've been doing so far. So, so far the competition is going good with this little two criticism that I've just put in.
Oh, you talked about the fields that are empty and the referees that probably are not up to
To the
level
tax,
to the
yeah.
task. Yeah, I don't think I noticed anything of that sort. For the fields that are empty. I don't know what the population of Morocco is, and for some reason, with the coming in now of so many media platforms, with the coming in of so many things that are happening, people are becoming business, people have things that they are doing. It will be difficult for us to really have those packed stadiums, except there is some kind of campaign that is going on. And also, we have to remember, in as much as football is popular in the northern parts of Africa, I don't think they consider it a culture like we do.
Yeah.
Because they are different people. They have their own culture. They have their own ways. They have their own things that are really important to them. Football is good, but not. I don't think it's as important as it is for Nigeria or Cameroon or Ghana or any of these places. So to see empty fields, empty stadiums, first of all, you have to consider the population of the country, and then also how many people travel to. This is North Africa. And like I said, they have their culture and things like that. So I'm sure so many people were holding back on traveling to Morocco to witness the competition because somebody who likes to, I don't know, go say maybe if you go for they no get way for drink because people their culture and this and things like that. And then also I think somebody brought up the whole idea of tickets. That they made it difficult for one person to buy more than So now, what if a family person were trying to purchase tickets for their family?
I mean,
They'll probably end up not buying any
the
ticket,
ticket,
because
somehow.
it probably just cancel their. Yeah. So I don't know. Now, Cameroon, South Africa. How did you?
Oh, very interesting game. The tactical display and the approach of the game was from Pagu. David Pagu was excellent. This is why he knew that South African, they really play ball and they like to keep position. And then he knew that the first 15-20 minutes is going to be hard on them, so they had to defend well and let them press and play the counter. And it worked well. The first 20 minutes was really fire on the defense of Cameroon, right? But they was expecting that and they knew that. And during the course of the game, somehow their strategy paid off and they scored the first goal. So that was giving that hammer a little bit this team of South Africa. But the battle in the midfield was kind of Hugo Bruce really understood the system of Pagu, right? So it was winning most of the second balls on the midfield and all of that, and you know how those combos are really important in a game. And then, but at the beginning of the second half, we put another goal, and then now the tactical display of David Pagu, he switched from now 3-5-2 to 4-4-2. You've seen that, to balance the game in the midfield and balance the game in the defense aspect as well. And then I really enjoyed the game, the way the guy played, the sacrifice from Bomo, if I want to call him especially, man. That guy didn't score, but the job, the work, the energy, the runs he put in this game, it was way more better than a goal. So I give him special shout out to him. And then the second half, you saw how Baliba stepped up the game on another dimension. The midfield, it was controlling out the midfield everywhere, every second ball, every head, everything. It was controlling the midfield, the pace, and you saw the ability of that player to control the tempo of the game. You want to make it fast, or you slow down the game and then play around him. So Cameroonian, they really played their game well. They really understood how South African was going to play, and they play on their weaknesses. They knew that we were going to come to keep the ball possession, and they were ready to suffer and play on counter. So you see one action at the beginning of the second half, second goal, bam, quick, and they hammer the head of South Africans like that. The only thing I would say is that in the last 5 minutes, they didn't really want to play their game again. They just, I would say maybe they lost focus a little bit to get that one goal South Africa scored. but it was a good game as in the whole for me. Shout out to all the players, because even when this guy Yongwa got injured, when Nagida came in, you didn't see any difference. He kept that left wing living. And by the way, the second goal came from him, right? So that was something. Even the changes in the field, everything was on point. So man, it was a really good game, and a lot of people are getting scared of Cameroon, and they should be.
Uh, I think Cameroon had a good game. The most important thing is to win. And I'll continue to reiterate the fact that the change that was made, Yongwa Nagida, and Nagida came and played like he was just continuing
Yeah,
from
yeah.
when Yongwa
Younger left.
stopped. That shows how solid the team is. It shows how unified the team is. Hate it or love it, they're not just winning because they are talented. They're winning because there is that understanding amongst them. There is that cohesion. There is that togetherness. There's that, hey, this is about everyone, not about. And if you listen to their interviews, if you listen to them talk, when people ask them questions, because nowadays it's not just professional journalists who are asking questions. You have individuals, you have influencers who are grabbing people left and right and throwing questions. If you listen to the way these guys talk, you're so glad, you're so happy about everything that they're doing. Baliba, how did you see Baliba's game?
Whew. This is the Baliba we were talking about. This is the guy we were talking. I mean, remember a few months or a few weeks ago, you were saying, Baliba, you've shown off something. And that's what we want you. That is the level. The guy just not just played that level, but he took the full responsibility of the midfield organizing. Baliba, it was top-notch performance, right? From the passes, the vision, how to, like I told you earlier, to control the tempo of the game. Like when he wants the game to go faster, it would make a quick transition. When he wanted to cool down the tempo and then to allow this player to breathe a little bit, he cooled down the ball and passes with Avom around him. So Baliba, for me, well deserved. The man of the MVP of the game, well deserved. Defensively, he was present. Offensively, he was present. Or block the shot, ball, taking the balls back from the opponent. It was everywhere. Top notch, top notch. But the player that we didn't really see, that some player didn't really see, because Avom, the work Avom was doing around Baliba, it was a silent but very crucial game from Avom. Silent like Sergio Busquets. Those guys, you don't see them a lot, but what they do in the shadow, it was very interesting. And now I understand why Bagu is playing those two together. They are mostly the same profile, but in the team, in the field, the midfield, they are really complementary. Really. I saw that on that game.
Now, there's just something about Baliba that people don't understand. And that is what strikes me with him. That is what amazes me with him. I talked about it, I think, yesterday on the show. It's difficult to see a player who has defensive qualities, crazy defensive qualities, and crazy offensive qualities. If you look at the goal we scored,
the second, even the first.
Yeah. Where the first one was the one where the second one was the one where he gave the blind pass. He gave the blind pass to Nagida, and then he made a cross. Yeah. If you look at this guy play, I still don't understand how he managed to have all these defensive qualities and all these offensive qualities. Like if he's playing deep around the defense, he can make tackles. He can fight to get the ball from you. But when he starts moving into the midfield, you see him start transforming into some Javi, and he's making all those Ronaldinho passes and things like that. And if he gets to the attack, he can actually still dribble also. And it's just wonderful. Plus the energy to go up front, come back and defend. And that is the Baliba we talked about, and that is the Baliba we know. That is the Baliba he presented to us. And we understood, we know very well it was there. We just wanted him to go back to where he kept that Baliba. And one thing I noticed also that the kid is having fun. He is having fun. If you look at him during their warm-up sessions, he's just doing whatever he wants, playing and just joking. During their, what is happening, like or you every time the camera goes to him, you just see him smiling and laughing and actually having fun. To the extent I start to ask myself, is this how he has always been? Or it's just because the temperature, the atmosphere right now makes him feel comfortable, because you see him going to Kale Taeyong to joke around, you see him going to a co-finance, you see him going to his friends, let me say his age mate, or you understand, to just play around and just. I wonder if it was the same thing when we had the Zambo and Gisa and all of these older guys who wanted to be probably godfathers in the team. It's just beautiful to see Carlos Baliba play and just enjoy it. Now,
yeah, before we finish that topic, there's one thing that they asked exactly this question to David Pago, right? So the journalist asked him that, yeah, we've seen Baliba struggling in the beginning of the season, and both with the national and in his club. What is it that you've told him that's transformed him the way it is? So this is the answer of the coach. The coach say when he finally got appointed as the head coach, the first thing he did with Carlos Baliba was to have a conversation, because Baliba was having this family issue that was really blocking him somewhere. So they talked it out. So he said he worked that psychological part with Baliba as soon as he got appointed, talking to him, bringing him and say, I trust you. I'm giving you the midfield key so you can do whatever. And at the end of this answer, he said one thing. He said, the Baliba you guys are seeing today is 50% of what he can do. So imagine.
And when we say it is important for us to have people who understand who we are coaching the national team, it is about things like that. Pagu is somebody who was born in Cameroon, just like Baleba, grew up in Cameroon, and probably understand the relationship this young man had with maybe his parents. You understand? Probably he reached out to the dad and say, hey, what is happening? And then the dad was like, hey, the mom, this is affecting him. And Pagu will take it very serious because he understands the culture. But I'm sure if they had told Mark Biza, oh, it's about his mother, this thing are not important. Yeah. Because for their own culture, with their culture, people are not that important. Once you're dead and gone, you're dead and gone. You're gone. But for us, it's not like that. And one other thing I wanted to bring up also is the fact that I see journalists asking him questions, and they keep asking questions that will make him invoke his mother. Oh, who are you dedicating this trophy? Why are you asking somebody who is dedicated? He won his. Why would he be dedicating his trophy, his man of the match trophy, to someone or to somebody? It's his own. It's his prize. Just allow the kid enjoy his prize. And they ask this question because they know he's definitely going to say my mother and things like that, or Samuel Eto'o to do. Bro, me personally, I feel like they were just asking the question because they wanted him to evoke his mother or something. At that particular place, that is not the best conversation for him. That's not the best. Somebody would just talk about his mother like that and then go back to the locker room and start crying the whole day.
Yeah, that's why it is. To be honest, Baliba this time is not really comfortable to, having a this press conference and all of that. So those people close to him know that he doesn't want to go to interviews. So to even get him to come to the interview, you really have to talk to him like you saw those Cameroonian journalists begging Christopher Wo to come say Happy New Year to Cameroonians and all of that. But Baliba is known in the den of the Lions that he doesn't like interview this time around because he want to get focused on his game. He said that I'm going to focus on my game, do what I know what to do better, and then that performance will speak for myself.
We are playing against Morocco.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, a lot of things to say about that because we have a history with Morocco. I'm not going to say that we'll stick to the history and all of that. You know, this is just a remake of 1988 Afcon in Morocco as well. So we faced Morocco, I believe it was in semi-finals in 1988, and then we defeated them 1-0 to go at the end of to win the Afcon that year. I believe that was the second Afcon of Cameroon that year, and then we are the last team that have beaten Morocco in their field since 2009. So after us in 2009 for the World Cup qualifier 2010, nobody has ever beaten Morocco in their field again. So, and that's something that is in their head. And to be honest, the display, with this being said, the display that Morocco show against Tanzania is making me a little bit concerned about them and somehow happy about us. because the game we saw, that game could have even ended 1-1. They could have gone to extra time and eventually play a penalty. But like I say, the referees didn't really call a penalty that was really cleared for Tanzania at the dying minute of the game. So Morocco was struggling to win Tanzania 1-0. And you understand that the pressure of the organizing or the hosting team is really bothering them. And above that, they have key players that have been injured. Unai, that was controlling their midfield, that was really organizing and controlling the tempo in the midfield, got injured, so he's out. And then their defender, I think it's Saiz, that got injured just before the Afcon also. And then they luckily for them, Ashraf Hakimi came back, and I think it was going to be really important for them during this game. And then so most of this just let us know that Morocco, they are really, really scared of this game. You can listen from their journalists talking about the way Cameroon has been playing. So if Morocco plays the way they play against Tanzania, oh no, they're gonna suffer in Cameroonians in Cameroon's hand. So yeah, but now on the other hand, we have a team of Cameroon that has nothing to prove, right? They are playing with no pressure. Nobody expected them to be here. So they are here. They're just going one game after the other, enjoying, playing with no pressure. And they display that on the field. Even when they take a goal, they are calm, they are composed enough to come back quickly, all right, to score quickly. And then whenever they know how to suffer, the solidarity that is reigning among these guys make the team very, very dangerous and very hard to play. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Very.
Yeah, talking about the history between Cameroon and Morocco, like he said, Morocco has not lost a game in a very long while. And the last person they lost to in their field at home was Cameroon. The other thing you needed to know also is our second Nations Cup was won in Morocco, 1988. We had the likes of Roger Mila, who played 5 games to the final, but did not score any goal. Just like Buemo right now, he's playing very well and is one of our finest, but he hasn't scored any goal. We actually eliminated Morocco during that competition at the semi-finals. This time around, because we have more teams, we meet at the quarterfinals. I hope it's just going to be a repeat of history. I hope these boys can play so well and get to the finals and win the competition. They deserve it. If not for Cameroonians, if not for any person, for themselves, I think they deserve to win. They came in as underdogs. They came in as, oh, they were going to lose. Oh, they don't have any chance. Oh, you guys should just pray to have 1 point so you don't go back humiliated. Nowadays, everyone is vouching for them. Everyone even wants to see them win. So we're wishing them the best. The other teams. So we have, I think, Egypt
against.
No, let's just the team that qualified first of all: Egypt, Morocco, Cameroon, Senegal,
Mali,
Cote d'Ivoire, Mali,
Nigeria,
Algeria.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the teams that qualify.
8 teams.
I was looking at the 8 teams today, and I felt like those were supposed to be the 8 teams to represent Africa at the World Cup.
Yeah, it would have been more interesting like that. Yeah,
wow.
It would have been more interesting like that. And what I've noticed is that the big names, they really represented themselves. So all the African big names, they are there. You have Egypt, you have Cameroon, you have Morocco, you have Cote d'Ivoire, you have Nigeria, you have Algeria, and you have Mali, you have Senegal, right? So yeah, those 8 teams, they are the finest. I mean, those are the top 10, in Africa. So there's all the teams are the top 10s of Africa. Maybe not just Mali. Maybe that Mali is out of the top 10 in Africa, but the rest, they are the top 10 of African FIFA ranking. So yeah, this would have been a very interesting way of qualifying African teams to the World Cup. But they have their own agenda, and this will be less game for the players, right? During the season, there will be less game for them, because whenever you have these FIFA windows, they are really now obliged to go and play in the national team, play those qualifier, African Cup of Nations qualifiers, and then World Cup qualifiers in a different way. For me, like we'll be saying here, just take the best 8, right, of the Afcon, and then qualify them to the next World Cup, and then that will be, for me, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Like Ejab just corrected me. Roger Milla actually scored 2 goals during the
Mm.
1988 AFCON.
Mm.
I don't know why my research yesterday told me that he did not score any goals.
Mm.
And I was really surprised that, bro, you're a legend. So were you keeping the goals to score all of them in 1990? But yeah, like he said, it's getting more and more interesting. It's getting more and more interesting. You see, even the teams that lost the 16 final, they put up a good show. They actually, even when they were losing by 3 or 2 goals to 0, you see them making passes, you see them developing their football and things like that. Now, there's one thing that caught my attention during this competition. I don't know, I felt a little bit funny about it. The game Egypt versus Benin. Benin put up a good show. Egypt at the last minute through their danger man Mohamed Salah did something wonderful, won the game. And after the game, I saw a Benin player walk up to him to ask for his jersey. And then Salah was like, I just interpret whatever I saw. So apparently Salah was like, oh, no, not now, maybe later in the locker room or whatever.
Sometimes they do
and then
that.
he was looking at his number and things like that. For me, I was asking myself, you are just from playing a game and you needed to qualify. You lost this game in not even 40 seconds, not even 1 minute, for you to just sit and digest the loss. You're going to look for a player's jersey. I know it's Salah. I know it's a Superman. But remember, you guys, once you get to that level of the Afcon, you are a Superboy also. I don't know what do you make of that situation?
No, this is the approach you're having is the approach of a fan, an approach of a fan now. I will not say.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
me as a fan,
you see
I'm
that,
supposed to be rushing for the jersey.
Yeah, but him as a professional.
Yeah.
At the end of the final whistle, that's it. There's nothing you can do anymore about it.
So you don't even have time to cry that you lost.
I mean, maybe they came into the game knowing that they were gonna lose anyway.
And that's maybe. Just what I was saying. Yeah, that's maybe. What I was saying. Like for me, it's that attitude of I don't even think the game was that as important as your mayo. If I was the coach, I saw you doing that.
And I believe that he wanted to be the first one to ask because he knew many people were going to go to ask.
Which means throughout the last minutes of the game, he was just walking around Salah to ask for the maillot.
Maybe somehow, but anyways, we can interpret it the way it is or the way we want. But it's only the player that knows what was going on in his head during that game. That's it.
Oh, man,
having a JC, having Salah JC for him, now that they are going out without a qualification, without a trophy or a medal, maybe having a Salah JC in his
it's a win for
living
him.
room. Yeah, it's something. I don't know. It's a souvenir from the Afcon. So yeah.
Man, you just continue to validate what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you because for me that was a no. We want to see you guys cry. We want to see you guys roll on the floor because you lost the game.
Yeah.
We want to see you guys. I saw an interview of, I don't know, captain of whether it was Angola or whatever, one of these teams. I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe it Angola. It was crying.
The guy was crying
during the interview.
This is going to be my last Nations Cup. I don't even know how to do. And he was even hoping that some other game was supposed to draw or some wonderful thing was supposed to happen so they can continue.
Yeah, the magic.
I was like, these are the type of players we need. These are people who are patriots. These are people who go out there because they want to represent the country. They want to, I've played for my country for too long. I did not do anything for my country. You see somebody who is regretting and you're like, wow. And then some other person is there looking for them. It means that kind of person cannot even tackle Salah.
He cannot play
hard on Salah.
He
cannot play hard on Salah. By the way, so far, what do you think about the super guys we have? The Salahs, the Osimhens, the Hakimi, what's his name? The Senegal one.
Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all been delivering. I will not talk much about Hakimi because he played just one game and was fresh out of injury, so he couldn't even give his 100%. Fear of getting of a setback, right? So, but Salah has been present. Let's start with him. He's been present. He scored, I think, it's 2 goals now for him. He scored 2 goals. He's giving some passes, a goal, assist. All right, for goals. So yeah, he's been present. But Salah has been present. He's not as heavy in the game as he used to be, but just his presence in the field makes some defender confused, like your player that was looking for Jesse, right? So yeah, he's in the game. He know that this is not the Salah of 5 years or 2 years ago, right? So now the pace is a little bit lower, but just the presence, just this experience on how to give the last pass and create something. So he's been present. For Mane, I would say as well, I didn't even expect Mane to perform the way he's been performing, because when you look, I watched the game, they were losing 1-0 to Sudan, and Sudan was a very interesting team to see play, right? They were very interesting. But the first goal came from Mane. Mane went for ball, tack the ball, and take the ball to give that cross pass to Mbai to score, Ndiaye, sorry, to score the first goal to equalize. And then, so yeah, he's been pushing, and I believe he scored two in the last two games he scored. So they have been showcasing. There's nothing we can say about Osimhen apart from his temper, and we've been understanding that today after the game they had with Mozambique, they won 4-0. He was not happy with the team, and he was training to leave the team today. He was training to leave the team. So as of now, we don't know if he's still there or if he has left the team yet. But you see, he scored twice in that game, and he's been scoring and giving passes. So yeah.
No, he has not given the passes. Don't talk about that.
He's been scoring that what he's expecting from him.
Tap-ins.
Yeah. What he's expecting from him, a goal is a goal. So yeah, he's been present. So the name of Osimhen is been on the scoring sheet in 2 games now, or 2 games, yeah, definitely. And then we have I say I will not talk much about Achraf Hakimi, but the other big names you talk about, Mbeumo. Oh no, Mbeumo, I don't know how to qualify his performance. For me, it's a top notch performance. Mbeumo has not yet scored, but the solidarity, the energy, the intensity the guy is putting in every game, my brother. So I believe every team in this Afcon would love to have a player like Mbeumo in his team. So man, not yet score, but the performance is world class.
And that's why I don't want people.
We are expecting him to score in the next game. I expect him to score, and he's gonna score.
Now they don't touch Roger Milla, we score 2 goals, go score. And that's the thing I really hated about what Osimhen did today.
Ademola Lookman.
Yeah, no, not even only to him, to the team, because even people were coming to calm him down.
Yeah,
he was just treating them like, you cannot talk to me. Oh, you just leave. The captain at some point in time, I looked at it and people were saying, oh,
that's
it's
not
football.
The first time.
Let me finish. People are saying, oh, it's football, oh, it's passion, oh, he wants to win, oh, it's because he's a collective player, he's a team player. That is not team spirit. That is not team spirit. For those of you who don't know, team spirit is not only when you want me to give you the ball. Team spirit is when you don't give me the ball also, and then I tolerate you for not giving me the ball. That is what team spirit is. Football is a collective game. When they say football is a collective game, it doesn't only mean passing the ball around each other. No, it's about supporting people also, even when they don't pass the ball to you. It's about standing with people also when they're in difficult situations. You see what is happening with Cameroon. In as much as some people feel like a quarter is not his best, you ask No Tolu or you ask Che say, no, he's the perfect guy. He's the one who is helping us. When people feel like No Tolu is not the best at the defense, you ask the other guys, say, hey, he's the leader of the defense and this and that. When people feel like Che is not the best, you ask the other guys, you say, hey, Che, say, look, so he's the one that's saving us. So it's supposed to be collective all round. It's not only supposed to be collective when they're supposed to pass you the ball for you to score your tap-ins. You have 7 goals, and then you go on a live and start shouting that teams in Europe don't want to buy you for this or that. It is not about your talent. It is about your character. And it's obvious. It explains why they are playing in Turkey. The other guy, Turkey. Him, Turkey. Because that's the only place people can tolerate those rubbish character. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and just Google Osimhen angry. You see more than 50 videos with his teammates, with this Nigeria national team, with the coach. What, the same person again and again? Doesn't make any sense. You speak to another player during a game in front of how many TV channels during a popular game like that? You speak to them like they are your kid. If I was a coach, he's gone. If I was a coach, and I know that is something our present coach and the ESCO that we have, they will not tolerate that. Yeah. We don't care who you are, whether you're Baleba, you're Kofane, you're anybody. You show that kind of behavior, you're out of the door for good.
Yeah. We want a team spirit.
Yeah.
Not individualistic spirit, no.
Bro, you guys are leading 2-0, or was it even 3 at the time? 2-0.
2-0.
You guys are pressing, you guys are having a good game. Bro, even if you wanted to reproach that guy, You had something to say. Give him some time.
And funny enough, the guy is giving him the assist to score.
And the guy was the one who gave him 2 assists to score his tap-ins as usual. For those who don't know what is tap-ins are goals that even my grandmother can score. Even my grandfather, even Paul Biya, who is 92, if you push the ball in a tap-in situation, he will just put his leg, he'll come and knock, and then go in. Those are the goals he keeps scoring. And then you turn on your terrorizer, and that's somebody they are hoping to become the captain tomorrow. What do you expect? What?
No.
It's just crazy, man.
He will not. That's why he has not yet been the captain, because when their last captain took his retirement from the international duty, they were looking for somebody. Why did you think that they took? But I think it's in Sidiku to take why Osimhen is there, because that character.
But he's the vice, because the other day I think he was the captain.
Yeah, but the character issue. They want somebody that can really galvanize all the players around and give the instruction. The coach want the instruction. But if you have somebody that this is with this anger issue in the team, sometimes you just get your player out of the game. Imagine now Lookman Ademola. It was not as calm and strong-minded the way it is. He would have just gotten out of his game, because now he's thinking of his family that watched him being shot at as a kid, a top professional player like him. So yeah, sometimes, and this mostly sometimes would explain why Osimhen, with his talent, you are not in a better team than playing in Turkey. So that's
no team
in Europe want them to sign.
I'll tell people any day, anytime.
Yeah, no,
in Europe at this particular time,
they didn't want to sign.
No team. That's the reason why our brother is going to suffer. When you drag Samuel Eto'o, somebody that even in Europe, your coaches in Europe respect him. The only thing in their mind is, bro, if this guy can drag that guy like that, imagine when he will have the chance, he will just kill me. That's how Osimhen lost what he was building for himself. Napoli, yes, it was a crazy situation against him. It was a thing of color and things like that. But guess what? How you react also will show if you are a good man or a bad man. You understand? You don't take a small thing and then you make it become something big to the extent people start thinking it might start the Third World War. Nobody wants you in that team. Nobody. You're going to create more trouble. If you look at those who are playing in Europe, top clubs and things like that, and then to think that Osimhen is in Turkey and people are not going for him, it's obvious. It's obvious. I said, go on YouTube and just put Osimhen angry. You see more than 200 million videos, even when he was still in the cartel selling popov and beans. By the way, what do you think about the Nigerian team? Because we're definitely going to meet them somewhere. If we beat Morocco and they beat Algeria, we meet. And that's one thing I like about this competition. For some reason, the only person we played that can be considered a small team is Mozambique. Which actually did so well at the group stages. You understand? Besides Mozambique, Gabon is becoming a big name in Africa. Cote d'Ivoire, big name in Africa. We just trashed South Africa, big name in Africa. Now we're heading to Morocco, big name in Africa, host. After that, possible next team, Algeria or Nigeria, big names. The Algeria match, I want Nigeria match. I want that one also.
I'm hoping for the Algerians.
If we sail through, we might either meet Egypt or I don't know. Possibly for some reason, I just feel like Egypt is going to play the finals. So, what do you think about the Nigerian team?
Nigerian team, they're playing well so far. They haven't lost a game. 4 victories and 4 heavy victories. So they are not out there to play. So I have a very, very offensive. How will I say? I want to say they have this heavy loaded offense, right? You have Lookman on this side. You have Osimhen that is really hard on defense. Osimhen is really hard to defend on. And then and in the midfield, they're trying to find that balance that was lacking them from the defense to the offensive. Now they found that balance in the midfield. So they have a pretty good team now that can close the midfield and be strong in the defense. They are not getting too much goal though. I mean, they've conceived like 4 goals yet, I believe so. But they are really strong. But like I said, you can have these strong individualities and you don't have a team.
The team spirit.
The team spirit. And those are the mistakes. You can just play on that to frustrate them, and then you can go through them with that kind. But individually on papers, they are scary, especially the offensive compartment of the team.
True Lion is saying this happens in football. This happens in football. This happens in football, guys. Don't exaggerate. Exaggeration is what Osimhen did. Exaggeration is not what I did.
Every day, every time.
Every now and you do it openly during the game. That is what exaggeration is. What I'm doing is not exaggeration. I'm just explaining the guy. I'm just explaining the guy.
A lot of instances.
For me, the Nigerian football, the team is good. Like I said, almost every team now in Africa, especially the top 8, the 8 remaining teams now are just really good. You read some funny comment.
Yeah,
Nigeria is soft defensively with Calvin Bassey always running with the ball like a chicken. Jesus Christ, without a head. Oh Jesus!
True, True Lion. That's you. Because in Nigeria, I saw defensively back in the last 2 years, they were not as good as they. I mean, now they have. I don't know how they did it, but the weakness of Nigeria back, it was not the defense, it was their midfield. The midfield was just letting every ball going through. So now they're trying to hold that a little bit, and that's why they are scoring more, because the midfield, as soon as they get the ball, they can give it to Lookman, that is really good with the ball, and Lookman will just look in the area and give it to Osimhen and all of that. And when Osimhen is not available, he can create some magic on his own.
Has Nigeria played any serious team?
No. Not yet.
Not yet. Played any big African?
Not yet. So this game is going to be Algeria. But Algeria, so they can keep the ball but not do anything really dangerous with the ball. So I'm really scared.
I don't think you can say they cannot do anything dangerous. They're going for the World Cup, right?
Yeah, they're going for
the
World
which means they won teams. We did not win any team to go for the World Cup. So definitely we'll rate them above us. I think Nigeria is going to play its first real Afcon game.
Test.
It's different when you're playing with a team that has a name and a regular team. Like we said, Egypt against Benin. At some point in time, it seems like Benin just say, "Master, we don't even try to reach or 16 final. We to do all for ourselves." Even the Morocco game against Tanzania, it seems like during the end of the game, Tanzania was just like, "Man, whatever." You always psychologically you're like, they were not even expecting us here to get to this level,
but here we are.
Yeah, we're already. Why am I killing myself? It's different from when you play against Cameroon, where Cameroon to the last minute, these people are expecting us to win. So they will fight till
the last minute.
Yeah,
Iwobi is doing a great job, True Lion. That's true. He's doing a very good job from getting the ball and pushing. He's coming very, very low down to get the ball and go forward with it. And that's good. That's a good point. I agree with you on that.
What is your take on the ambience, the Afcon ambience? You see teams coming in dancing, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's this, whether it's that. You see that.
Everybody's doing like Cameroon now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I told you, I keep telling people that, man, Afcon is way more than football. It's not just football. It's not just soccer. It's this cultural display. It's this camaraderie. It's this joy that the team will bring to their population. Because guess what? As they are playing the game in the field, the population back there. Now you can imagine Nigeria yesterday when they won against Mozambique. You can imagine the joy. You can imagine them. And then on the other hand, you can imagine how South Africans were when the national team lost to Cameroon. So it is way more than football. It is this cultural, the ambience, and this is why we are crying the fact that they want to push this big celebration to 4 years. No, this is something way more than football, and this is exactly this dancing, this camaraderie, this friendship, the display of culture, the cultural display. You're just talking of the player. I'm seeing in the street those Moroccan playing their drums and dancing with people just in the street like that. And this is it. That's Africa, and people coming together, different background, and they just enjoy, laugh, and shout together. This is Afcon.
And to be honest, Mosepe really needs to go back and revise that decision of taking Afcon to every 4 years. Afcon is more than football to us.
Yes.
Afcon is culture. Afcon is big. Now the first time I don't see Africa come together really close. Whether na white, whether na black, whether na tall, whether
all
na
them
short,
Africa.
whether na Ivory. And you even see somebody who has lost the game is sitting there crying, and the other person is making fun of them, and they are not thinking about fighting. On the contrary, you see that in the next second they're sharing a bottle of drink or some food, and the fun is just too much. The fun is just too much. I don't, when you push it to 4 years, every 4 years, sometimes we lose that, especially right
That
now.
taste.
People are calling me already and they're telling me, oh, next Afcon I win, I want to go. Which next competition day I want to go? And then they have to wait for 4 years. Nah, man. Just
in 4 years I'll be old to go and jump in the field like that, bro.
you cannot have the fun that you can have now in 4 years.
You'll be done.
And then you go and have it in 4 years. You have to have it again another 4 years. You are going to have the fun twice. Your whole life.
Nah,
man.
You'll be done.
We need that fun every now and
You'll
then.
be done. And then and one other thing I want to add on that is the sense of bringing the people together is that, you know, this northern part of Africa, sometimes they don't really consider themselves that being Africa. But it's this time around, all of them, when you talk, oh, we are African, we are proud, and we are happy to welcome the Afcon here. And this is the first time I'm listening to them talking that, you remember when the World Cup stuff with Algeria, when we kicked them out in 2001 with Rigobert Song, and the coach was saying, anyways, we are not even from Africa. Those people coming down from Africa, they came here and do the blah, blah, blah. So they were feeling that they are not really from Africa. But with this Afcon that Morocco has organized, they all blended together and say, yes, this is this is Africa. And this is what we're talking about. This is how we're talking about, not judging because you're not the color of the skin. So this is what Afcon can bring to Africa.
One of the ambience that actually caught my attention was the Senegalese national team after their game. I think they were eating rice. They call it either chike or whatever.
Senegalese, chep.
Oh, chip, something like that sort.
That's the right chip.
Yeah, their rice and whatever. And it really looked like just regular natural food. Now, you know, there's all these rules and regulations that, oh, when you're playing, this is how you're supposed to eat. You cannot do this. Oh, after a game, you must do the no. Bro, those guys were making it look like this is interquarter. This is that quarter football. After I finish my game, I eat my dinner and don't give me power.
Exactly.
I was like, man, I wish I had the opportunity so I can eat my janga rice or my Tony cocoa or my Tony plantain. It's just fun, and that is what makes it completely
different from other competitions.
We are Africans. Whether we like it or not, we must use things like this to showcase who we really are. Thank God for Aisho Speed, who is traveling around the world, especially in Africa right now,
to show them.
And he's doing wonderfully. Like, I see, you know him, right?
Yeah.
You see what he's doing?
I'm not seeing what he's doing.
I know
today.
he'll definitely end up in Morocco during the final. I know for sure he's definitely go to Morocco to round up his African travels. But the video he's been putting out about Africa, because he's just streaming live, he's just going to places and he's just live 24 hours. African Americans are crying. In 2026, they say, oh, is that Africa?
Yeah.
They did not tell us this about Africa. Yeah. Is this really Africa? I'm telling you, people tasty. Are crying on TikTok.
It's tasty.
That is why I keep telling people, we, especially those of us in the diaspora, we must take advantage and sell where we're coming from to everybody that's here. Well, Kombi.
that's
finally he has spoken.
That's True Lion's friend.
True Lion, for your friend, don't talk.
Yo, before we get it, shout out to you, Cornell Emberson. Yeah. Christian East, shout out to you. True Lion, you know this is your house, so big shout out to you. And then we have Ajap, now always that's your house. JJ, Better Days. Romaric Ako, thank you for watching from MD. Cyril Mua, thank you for watching. You guys, let us know from where you guys are watching so we can give you a shout out. Okay, True Lion, your friend Moele Kombi just spoken about Cameroon qualification and praising the teams, leaving out the coach and saying that the players, to compensate the player for reaching the quarterfinals, everyone is going to get 18 million and 100,000, something like that. But for me, he wasn't supposed to even make that outing. He should have just sit quiet the way he's been quiet since the beginning of the competition. Why? Because you want to make this now a political thing. It's more what we call in French, you want to make a recuperation. You want to take a political advantage out of that, which is not good. The 18 million is already been budgetized, right? It's in a budget. It's normal. It's not something that he's out of joy that he's giving out. No, it is normal. By the law says that when you reach there, this is what this when you reach this level, this is what you're gonna have. When you reach another level, this is what you're gonna have. So it is something normal. Now putting it out the way he did, as if he was trying to congratulate them, and that it was something extraordinary. That's why I say, man, that was a wrong outing. You should have just shut out. And then by bringing it out, you saw the backlash he received from, I don't know if somebody, anyone around you went to the page of the ministry or the page of the minister himself, because he said it on his page as well. Everybody on his page was just saying, get out of that team, leave them, they are doing well without you around them. We don't need this outing. And to be honest, that was a very chaotic communication. You didn't need that. To give something that is normal to the player and then bragging about it, that now because you did it, you're going to receive that. They were going to receive it anyway. And by the way, we should understand that the only person that can sign for money to go to the Lion is the president of the federation, period. He's the one that ordained any expenditure as far as the Indomitable Lion is concerned.
Now, in as much as I don't like Melokombi, I don't like any of the people who work for him and trying to destroy our football, this whole thing actually started with Samuel Eto'o-Fils. And that's how you know Samuel Eto'o-Fils is extremely smart, very, very manipulative. His PR on another level. Right after the game, after we beat South Africa, he posted Baboke. What's his name? Oswald Baboke. Yeah, somebody who works also in the presidency. And from what people are saying, that is actually the person that was always linking him
to the president.
So when they were saying, oh, the president has said this and blah, 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 because that man is first of all a Christian. Probably the man was the one telling him, no, he probably did not say that, oh, he cannot say this. Okay, you have a consent. Come on, let's go see him and things like that. So he, right after the game, and that's the only thing he has posted after this game. So he decided, instead of me to celebrate the players, I will celebrate this person. Now, that guy is a politician. He's a political figure. So people interpreted the whole thing as he was just saying that you see this victory, the credit is going to this person, which is right, which is correct.
He work on the background.
And that is the reason why Melokombi and the rest of them came out now also to want to say something to prove that, no, we are still the ones in control of that team. We are still the ones running the finances. We are still the one pushing this and pushing that.
Thank you, Fukachi, from Washington DC. I like your comment.
Yeah, I'm actually hoping the Baboke guy. I don't know if working at the presidency or working as a minister, which one is bigger?
But let me explain. He's minister, right? And he has the position of deputy civil cabinet director. He's the deputy director of the civil cabinet. So after Mvondo Aliolo, who is the director of the civil cabinet, is him. So he's a minister. So all of them, and Mvondo Aliolo is a minister, Ngongo is a minister, but now they put state minister for Ngongo, and Baboke is a minister as well.
So what I'm actually looking at is for Baboke to take Ngongo's position.
Some people
somehow I feel like Ngongo is actually the one who is managing the sector where the Ministry of Sports is. I don't know why he has this relationship with, but I feel like I want something like that, and then to have another person replace Melokombi, that way facilitate things for the federation, and let's see how football is not going to be developed. Now, one other thing I must give credit to Cameroonians is the fact that so many people, especially the show on Sunday after the game, so many people call, and so many, my grandfather, they want to keep me palava Eto'o. Grandfather, they know me very well. They accuse me, say, Eto'o don't give me money, all this and that and that. Today, they call and they apologize and they say, hey, now we understand what you be trying to talk. Now we understand what Eto'o be trying to do. They even tell me how they don't go buy their mayo. They even tell me how if Cameroon qualify for semi-final, they go Morocco and things like that. And that is one thing I'm liking about this generation. The fact that once we waka, realize we make mistake, we'll easily come out, confess our mistakes, make ameliorations, make amends, and then move on. When I think that we make a combine one do just come out there, every other person and say, hey, I was wrong about this whole thing. Now, me too, I don't be an Eglisian. You should not go fund the Wogi, I post the header.
I don't judge.
And then you don't join church. You will give your post the elder, even get a mustache for elder them. You give your post the elder, you continue.
But anyways, it was a very bad communication from the minister. To be honest, it was a very bad communication. He didn't need that. Like my brother Ejabi Ekoko, they say, now one money, I don't know why they brag for the money, say, I see, now he be the give that money, he come money for your pocket for game. Now one money, Baba. You know we need. Yeah, pa.
At the level of culture also, I saw something that made me so happy. You notice the Northwest, the Togo. You know Togo?
Yeah.
You see it's highlighted almost everywhere.
With that
it's difficult to see a group of fans without seeing somebody wearing the Togo. And I don't know what you make of that.
So this is what we are talking about, the Afcon not just being a game. So you see, when you watch Euro, right? The European, the Euro, you will not see anything special, right? You know, bunch of people wearing the jersey of their country coming to celebrate their team. That's it, and support their team. That's it. But we in Africa is different. We're coming with everything that we have, our cultural identity, our cultural dances, and all of that. As far as you see, and some at a certain point, at a certain extent, we saw this guy showcasing a political figure, the guy from DRC Congo that was standing up for 90 minutes with the hand up like that, like he wanted to showcase Lumumba, right? So Afcon is deep, is another level where you showcase this cultural. And for the Togo you're talking about, I believe in the game Cameroonian versus South Africa, he won the orange fan of the game, right? So that was the fan, the fan that came in, and you saw that. I saw that from the CAF channel, right? That he won the fan of the game because of that cultural look that he came on with. This is Cameroon coming to the world. Not just to play soccer, but to show that picture exactly. If you can display the
guys, look exactly. At that. Look at that. First of all, you see Kofane, then you see the Cameroonian flag. Then you see the guy wearing the Togo in at Togo, and then you see the Cameroonian flag behind, and you see and for me,
and the one
these are the type
picture,
of persons, these are the type of persons, this particular guy. These are the type of people we are supposed to celebrate.
Yeah,
people who don't only go out to support, but they go out to represent us.
And this another guy that I really want to give a shout out to is Nkosi. If you see Nkosi Food Talk, right? If you see the kind of garment he's wearing to go to this show, go to the stadium and the interview, you see a Togo on him. You see our cultural garment, and I like that about it. And keep doing the good work, Nkosi. We will watch you.
Man, guys, some people they say they want call. I think I know I made it show long, so open phone line right now. And please advise Cameroonian in Morocco to watch the game at home and in their hotel rooms after winning Morocco.
Yeah, beating Morocco.
No go easy. No.
No. Morocco no be Algeria.
Morocco no be Algeria.
Morocco. Yeah, Mimi from YouTube. What about Bel Antoine? I mean, you see, Bel Antoine now, he doesn't want to come back to the church as he wants to, but at least he congratulated the team and then the coach, saying that people are just talking about the player, not talking about the coach, because the victory is the coach is accountable for the victory as well as he's accountable for the losses. So yeah, we should congratulate the coach as well. But Baba, don't mind them. All them will come back from church by fire, by force. They will come back to church. We'll give them position. That one will be in a deacon.
Phone line, they don't be open right now.
Just display them.
Phone number.
Display for those people.
Any person where you want call for make a contribution, you can go ahead and if you already get my phone number, call us on WhatsApp or directly. If you not get my phone number, if you call me if you save my phone number now and then call me on WhatsApp. When you call, we are just discussing high moments, the moments the way they don't really trend for this Afcon. Unfortunately, one of the moments then at least we see many rubbish. We do yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about it one him about Afcon.
Yeah,
but I feel like something is wrong with Onana.
We drop that. We talk about Afcon.
No.
Yeah, at least we got a player. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Because
hello, Baba.
Boy, I don't give me line the opposite things.
Yeah, go ahead. Who do you hear you?
I want again congratulate. We will not only see a tour for the vision we don't do them.
Correct.
Say at least what support never go in vain. Especially they don't drag you like the power they want use and so for Bonhas. Say tear up and down. The three guys who will support Papa too.
Yep.
Because we don't see the vision and it don't pay off.
Yeah.
I also like for talk say Morocco don't do a lot for this. That I mean the standard we don't set them in terms of infrastructure. I feel like so no get feel
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah.
They did for Saturday, they know over get rain. Who will do for Saturday will get rain. We not even get that kind of technology then for a fee where if you better off the game. If you see the way we play now, this Afcon, people they complain, people they talk say most of the big teams don't do well now because of the field and the weather. Imagine people don't play for Europe, don't get that cold. And then out of a sudden they just switch Central Africa, if Central Africa the host or West Africa, someone finish them, their game style change. And then it affect the game. But don't come play that for FIWE is well how can I say well kept. What time they stand for the all thing they find, the top they find, it is the grass they find, all man they still play the same way they still play. Even the way the boy they play. Nigeria they perform so now because of safety. Most of the players 80% are all based in abroad. Mas 80, even 90%, all they play for outside. That weather, still the same thing they get on Morocco, so they play fine. In terms of the culture, we believe say the energy nothing be the same way we do Central Africa or West Africa. Of course, another one. People will not get that entertainment energy as the other people will get them. They're not really open, like they all open. So we not expect me be the same way it go be. And for Lelula, minister, that money we don't hook up, open more they talk for they say they don't disburse. That money na by right, that player they supposed get them. Not be na people never ever know more about the football. The glad say papa don't make them all man the sitting there not clean and clear. It don't open up the federation. People they understand certain things they will not be feed it. Things they will have they just small now they understand them perfectly well. Now they make who they support you because we need leadership like that one for almost all sectors for Cameroon. If we get something like that, we'll see how things will change. And I believe that people they attacking more. They get their attack them because they fear sometime in the future, everyone be president of Cameroon. Now when I say they chuchuk hand, when say business, they do so. At glad as he post assistant interim minister for presidency because it shows say it be appreciative of all the energy they put our background. We need somebody put our background for support. Do you imagine saying no be get that kind of person we go link it up there lopa? Sometimes we see the sometimes we still inside that same shock. We see the the we don't even know how Namaso go play. We don't even know some of these names. Teams they panic. Morocco now they panic.
All them
because they don't know how Cameroon go play. They don't know who for Hulam. If the home Wemo, they don't know how the other guy will turn up. They don't even know the parts where they want play. See the whole switch game. We play with South Africa. They want play the same two. We play. We don't know their style. But we start say the game don't tight. We not play direct from midfield. We start getting long balls. You see, start getting that long balls. That anything they start change. They need to expect some of those things because these guys are unpredictable, unknown gunmen, as some of my brother they call them. You don't know who be who. Any man feel who show you card. So some of these things would over glad. The boy over give me job. Me and fear Morocco. Anybody fear me? I think in Nigeria because I believe say when Nigeria come on Nigeria come anywhere they come na fireworks. If you look and find if Cameroon just say the last 8 for Afcon they go for World Cup, we forget proper teams. We will go represent Africa as my brother don't talk for that side. We get proper teams and it makes sense. And the just talk as people continue to support Chemalong, that boy has proven himself. And the glad say as the day they go by, as time they go, it get more confidence. See to what can do if Chemalong no become attack that ball, now go that. Clean. Now go that. I mean some of the error in that way, the coach just see them before. Then Pagoda arrange them. They try for bringing these other guys away. They secure that energy for run back, for do some of this thing. The power support they for defense. You know, Josh Shidon, they start play. Imagine say we go use that kind of people. They go play Senegal. They will lost ball level. They lost ball sometimes for midfield. They will affect we. Imagine you go play Senegal again midfield. More not say Baliba, but Senegal. You don't see Senegal squad. If you look at the guy's squad, you look for bench, you have to cost me no go extra time with the people because if they change, now new thing they can't wait, they get power pass wide of a play. But the only thing that I look at the fear and I respect Egypt. Any other person we come from my front, now trashing. I just my mama want I said now trashing. I think Nigeria they wait. But as far as Morocco be concerned, they are gone. They know. They are except say they go over favor, they won't say they will favor them. But we'll score and I can go, we'll score for middle field. No man of you argue. Yes. No man of you I can't go enter. No man of you argue. So now just my own small contribution. Like another thing come up,
Thank you, Baba.
I'll be very appreciative of the two.
Thank
Maybe
you.
the next people they call, I want to put their opinion. Main minister stay away. That money, we never want me to announce them. As you cross go the next stage, maybe just give the money. Should have no one see post because I go comment very badly for that. You see, anytime you many knows that we will start report that page. May respect self. May you respect self.
Okay, Baba, thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
Well, Baba God. See, when I don't know how the team for them for play that way, they hello? 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 Yes,
yeah.
Baba, you get me?
Yes, I get one.
Okay, go ahead. I don't say what makes small contribution.
I tell you, Master, thank you. Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year, my brother.
For everything I do. Man. The joy with this thing don't bring up for we, man, don't know how man feel express them. Yeah. You don't expose a lot of things as how we, the previous caller talk. But the guy them, their confidence grew, their spirit they high, and they be prepared for smash anything we come for their front. They don't care. Big name for them, not be anything. They don't get big names, so they don't care about any big name way they come for their front. That's a good thing that we did. They don't care. That is anything they beat up and they just smash and just go and go. Yeah. But they go, and then I think the Morocco game will be a little bit tough. And I say Cameroon don't always play very, very tactical and they will maintain that spirit. Now probably best technique that's all. Yeah. They will maintain the spirit and avoid to take out because we don't even know who will score. But we go score goal. We go score. That's so no man don't know who go score. That's the good thing that I did for day. So Morocco that they start panic. I watched some videos of some Moroccan guy. He can't beg the guy say, Cameroon don't take this cup 5 times. But they just leave and for their hand anytime they go take it. Say no.
I see that video. I bust laugh.
They say no. We know the flop. We will continue with the chop. One more cup. So no, I think the joy. I mean, everybody is happy. Make more combi me. In short, I don't even know how to even talk that way. I don't know who said fake come by the way. Now just distraction and disturb. Me just go far away. We don't even want to hear that name. Me just go remember play with day. When this tournament don't finish, we go open case. For now. Me just leave with no one distraction. So now my contribution that.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you very much.
My brother, thank you very, very much for that contribution.
And that's the way they talk, yeah, for the team.
Guys, now phone number that any person you want call, go ahead, add me for WhatsApp. If you're out of America, if you're Canada or America, call me directly. Go ahead.
So for this thing where people, me when I leave Che Malon to me when I leave him alone, I tell you something. That man, the coach know why he start him. He see what did he do from training. And one other thing that I want you guys to know, the Cameroonian team, the Cameroonian team, the coach Fago almost play all his players. So no man will go back frustrated, say I never play. All man don't play.
True Lion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, Papa. Welcome to the show.
Hello, boss.
I don't know why when I waste on a time when I call, when I take the thing go politics, same well combi. It will not change. Politics and football in Cameroon will not change. Mona, you ignore them. Talk about after African Cup of Nations, you will see and see they will continue to do the same thing. It will not change because it's been done systematically in order to control people,
the masses.
And if you ignore them, then they will lose that power. You guys keep going.
That is not true.
Well, that's my opinion. I'm telling you, I'm giving them my opinion.
Yeah.
Wrong or true,
wrong or opinion. Yeah.
It's been going for 40 years, 50 years, same thing.
And now be the only time we don't stand up and talk about them.
You see now because now only these things have been happening. It's been happening for 40 years. I'm giving you my opinion.
So what you're saying is because some bad character don't go on for 40 years, we just go for she don't quiet about them.
I don't touch me, she don't quiet.
Now what they talk say, but if you say more, just leave her more, ignore her. It means you say more, she don't quiet.
I said now so we talk about football, Cameroon, Morocco, where they happen.
Yes.
and we analyze the game. You can't spoil my night about Mole Kombi. Mole Kombi now.
Nah, afraid.
Yeah, because one talk football, one talk about players. You can't take now with time. We'll go to talk about players. You talk about.
Okay, you know why I think so. We're talk about Mole Kombi. If you give me 1 second, I'll explain.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Because now the same way that we start the rubbish with Mark Breeze, we be talk we say no, una no more, una no, he go tire until we not qualify for World Cup. Whereas if from day one, if people like me, people like Innocent, people like you, will not be do one show them, try to educate with people. Will people not be know about football?
Yeah.
Innocent know about football, but most of the people don't know anything. People they see believe say, for instance, that statement where come and say, oh, I don't disburse money for pay. You don't get no place for this whole thing. But the regular man feel say, oh, you listen, I'm man to pay the players. You understand?
Okay.
So you know why, what I'm just saying is the education get for continue. We talk about you, we talk about it now because it's important. We talk about it now because it do thing the way it prompt you to say, hey, Cameroonians, when I see the 20 man do and so not wrong.
It didn't misinform people.
Yeah, it misinform people. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. But you know why you do and so? Because you know, when I'll carry and talk and you'll go viral, and some people they go just take it. That's how I look at it. I don't feel ever open my mouth a whole show I talk about Mole Kombi.
No, this show about Mole Kombi, we just talk about so what will happen.
Now some small
exactly. So now more go back into football.
Yeah, let's go back.
Mm-hmm. What Osimhen did, I analyzed it, I criticized it.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch, I've watched the whole games of Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And those who are watching are honest will say Osimhen has been a team player.
Mm-hmm.
Passing the ball, creating opportunities. He has done that, created opportunities for Lookman. Mm-hmm. Because keep in mind, Lookman came into this competition, he's not match fit. He's not been playing. So these players need to boost their confidence. If Nigeria has to win, they have to boost their confidence. It's a team sport, as you guys rightfully say. However, you guys know this packed out from Lookman denying him a pass, right? And that was stupid for him to go head and head because the cameras are everywhere.
Exactly.
The cameras are everywhere. However, now, what wasn't said, because now it's like I hear say, because I knew that with the huge presence of Nigerian content creators, right? This thing's gonna explode. And you see in the past 24 hours as it has exploded.
Biggest, yeah.
Exactly. Then I watched an interview of Lookman. I don't know if that guy is something, maybe CAF should test him because the guy, his eyes, it was somebody, maybe don't smoke banger or something like that. But he was asked and he said that, okay, it happens. It was just in film. Did he also cover it up and all that? But it's not good for the cameras because even when there was an incident that happened, because I said these things happen in football. I was not protecting Osimhen, but I'm telling you, there was an incident that happened with Gay at Everton where he slapped his teammate. Okay, that was even to the extremes. You know, we have seen a lot of those incidents actually happen. And Osimhen's problem at Napoli was not actually because he was fighting with his teammates. No, we never saw Osimhen in that light when he played for Napoli. However, these things happen. Things, I mean, players get heated up and all that, but that was bad because Nigeria has to be careful. When I made that comment about Bassi, I've watched Nigeria, right? And if you watch Bassi, he carries the ball, vacates his position, and runs in front, leaving holes to be exploited. Now, it's true that Nigeria played Tunisia. Tunisia came into the tournament, but that game ended, I think, 3-2. Okay, because Nigeria conceded some crazy goals and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, Nigeria has not played a really tough team that I can say that their defense has been tested.
Yeah.
But you guys watched Nigeria against Congo. As soon as Osimhen left and all that, and you saw as Congo actually dominated.
Yeah.
Congo, yes, they know how to score us. When I watch Algeria, okay, Algeria, if you watch them, they haven't conceded a goal. Okay. Of course, also, I don't think they have played. The only tough opponent that they played was Congo today. And if you watch that goal that they scored, you know, it was end to end. That was the best game for me ever for the African Cup of Nations. End to end, and then you saw Algeria, the goal that they scored. Then they have a goalkeeper, the son of Zidane. He is so good. So for me, I was saying that let Nigeria keep fighting. Nigeria is coming because I am sure that's one of the goals one of the games that I will say that Algeria is going to shock Nigeria. You know, So if Nigeria doesn't sit down and focus and concentrate on football, they will be taken out of this competition by Algeria, because Algeria is a tough opponent.
Yeah.
You know, as with Cameroon versus Morocco, that's going to be a tough game. I ain't going to lie you. I said it's going to be 2-1, but again, it's going to be a tough game. Cameroon has to be very, very careful, because we will be going against the 12th man. You know, that's the fans. I've seen some refereeing decisions that has gone maybe in favor of Morocco, but again, hey, that's tournament football. You know, host nations, there are small things that the ref can always find in order to support the host nation. However, in my opinion, I think Pago, there was one statement that Pago made coming into this competition, that he wants to do better than the 16 finals. In my books, he's already a winner. You know, he has shown me that he can come out, ignite the players, you know, and they play the type of football that they have played. However, there's one thing that Cameroon must do if they want to beat Morocco.
Yeah.
They must play 90 minutes. And it's not 45 minutes like they did against South Africa. It has to be 90 minutes, because what South Africa did is play with 3 defensive players and then match the numbers of Cameroonians in the midfield. And their wing backs were actually better than us, and they were going direct to Foster. Created opportunities. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for us, the opportunities landed on any inexperienced players, because they brought also a young squad. And that's how we're able to come back and beat South Africa. But hey, anything can happen. All 4 games of these quarterfinals will be hard. And I think Morocco is actually doing a great job as far as hosting is concerned. And you guys go just do some history, some research, right?
Yeah.
How Morocco actually built, you know, the facilities that they do have now. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the help of the king, the prince, as you guys know, and it's been done for over like 15, 20 years now, because they've been building, and now they're building a stadium that's going to take 120,000 people. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And then they have that. So when I say we have to look into one direction, all of us, if we want to build football, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been talking about.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
But thank you very much. So I'll go first. Chulayon say, oh, Idi Ucha will make excuses for Osimhen. The reason why we talk about this, and the reason why even Nigerians they talk about time now, because maybe one time Osimhen don't do like I don't talk, if you go for your YouTube or for any other place, you'll get so many instances, even against Onana. The day they play Galatasaray play Trabzonspor, whatever. So simple ball where you don't already kick ball, don't miss it. Onana don't catch ball, you go put them. You go the force me here with put ball. Like some small kind of thing. The way as I say, are you even supposed to do that? Now repeat the count how many seconds goalkeeper get time for do whatever I get for do them. You want me put ball, and then Onana say no do on the way one time he blast Onana. You understand? So the reason why we call him out now because he be repeated. So person right for they say as we cut up with Duam. Besides what as we cut up with Duam Mukanjo, give me one other situation where you do him again. And even if you do him again and again, even the one time we do him, we criticize them. You understand?
Yeah.
Like these guys, all of them are professional. All of them now mature people and adults. Even if you reproach a player, at the ever tell my teammates the time I be the play or when I the play, he know me. You hardly hear me criticize man. Why don't you take ball? You kick and go a post score. I'll say, hey, Baba, you're not bad. More try equalize the goal.
Continue.
We only continue to play and continue to play. The problem Osimhen owner say it be repeated, and then I just do for you for public anyhow. I don't want even go over the way he say he take accreditation batch. Each one say he go leave Nations Cup. I don't want even go order. Master.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Papa, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good evening.
Evening, Papa. You want to give a contribution?
Yes.
Yeah,
first of all, thank you for the persistence, the continuous work on they do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know some of who do for background. You always watch when I do not get time to call every day.
Thank you,
appreciate you and Taco. All right, I want to start with Osimhen. I just want to tell, especially Sako say, I mean, he play ball, and they always get that one player for that team where he be the shooting star, he be the force for the team. Now, especially attackers, and they get some tendency. If not, them can be like not only attacker, any player we can also be force or main man for the team. He always get an ego. I need to give excuse for ego, but we already know it will be get ego. We look even for Chelsea. No, man, not call Chelsea because Terry really be humble, but he be get that ego. It's a sia one, and we see Lampard be get up. For Liverpool, the man,
Steven
the English
Gerrard.
guy be get up. Yes, Gerrard be get up. For Roma, Totti be get up. I mean, most of these big players, the way they can't feel like they are at home, the place that they are home, they always get ego. That doesn't you know, give reason why for the act silly but a teammate, but I just talk and say now the ego that way they get away, even if it feels say now it be top where they give for like feed it be 9, you know, 9 must score. I mean, that's what it is. So from that point of view, now why do we react so? But I don't want to say it give you full right for talk, especially my way it feel it all time. He need an advisor for put it down, especially Lukman. Lukman will be egg because for me, since for the past how many years, when I watch Nigerian game, I watch na Iwobi. Iwobi in movement, it passes, it recovering, it help for attack, it help for defense. It's always super. Though at the end they used to caution for Nigeria, but they don't know the goal where they get. I wish say we didn't have a Cameroon safe. But the truth I say, any Osimhen success, I feel talk say 70% of national team coming for Lukman. So he need a psychologist. When they talk for he say, Papa, Lukman will be a egg. If Lukman make mistake, just leave him. Know how you treat it because if you are a star, if you win, but African best player, it's because of Lukman. Yeah, so Osimhen really need advisor. Though they don't already be that level, it already be that level where if you see Nigerians that they hook up when Rigobert Song call legends, they don't call Osimhen, they hook up Vex. So they don't really make you feel say it become very big person, but and it really need help. For advice for let me calm down, me keep the ego away. Every attacker must be ruthless because they want score, but it must be, I said, they must be disrespectful
to their
opponents or especially to their teammates, you know. Yeah, so about it, so our advice, and I also just say it really need advice, but no, permit it because we know say that ego we all big player them. Because the truth now say Osimhen not there for fee, Nigeria need to win. Osimhen they fee, Nigeria they do wonders. Why? Now he get the driving force, now he get the Hemley, he get Cameroon Hemley for his skin. Now he push them, you know. So them two men over make a big trouble. Out of that, generally Afcon not go fine. And I don't be happy to say, this Afcon, it won't be like that Afcon for the year 2000, year 2002, where no small team not surprise we is for goals was the kind of stage. No, they don't wipe out all. I feel talks to the only team where you don't know what to do for you na Mali. Yes, but Mali, you don't prove and say no. You know what to do for you. You know, but we no match.
But he did it.
But yes, he did. He just go. He just go. So this quarterfinals, he go play. I mean, seriously. I'll focus more on Cameroon. I mean, Nigeria and Algeria, it will be a pure entertainment. And I don't know whoever wins. But I really wish say me Algeria do we a favor. It's not like I fear. It's not like we would fear because we Cameroonian we can't feel we need fear. Big we 5-0 will go, but we'll still be proud of ourselves. But if they would really want to more give them the best Christmas gift, may they beat Nigeria first, move on first. Then maybe they will give them some good giveaway. And I don't want to open a surprise package. If you any way understand.
Yeah, you want to give them the bleeder treatment again. Huh?
No, not talking, no. Not talking. But anyway, you know. Now looking at Morocco not scare me. I don't know why people they feel say. I mean, non-Cameroonians they talk say, oh, you have met it, but we never meet on nothing. My biggest worry in Nigeria. I mean, not even Ivory Coast on the other side, though. Where it is possible for me to be a final. Senegal, I would even prefer for me to Senegal for final. It would be a very easy win. Morocco is easy. I want to see those boys, they don't change. If you look at the way we receive our first 2 goals for first round, it was from the midfield, cursive. I mean, the same goal we receive them. But this time, we received a goal. but not mean that same goal. And we get so many of those situations from South Africans, but all those shots were blocked. So now for that, I understand, say, Coach Pagu is really working with those guys. They don't train them. I prefer say me who make mistake, they don't make the same mistake. And it proved 5 of these African games say will not make the same mistake. And I believe say this goal with the score against South Africa, Pagu work on that one because it was so disgraceful. All of them take off at the same time, but this man overshadowed the match ball, and it was just a touch. But all of them take off. If you look at very well, all of them take off, but it bypassed them. And now so much distraction, they not be focused, they not be communicate or something, you know. I mean, they will work on that. I believe so. Morocco is not a big threat. We'll go possess midfield, and Morocco, that's it. We'll possess midfield. There's nothing they can do.
Okay.
Even, yeah?
Yeah, I said, okay.
Yes. We'll possess midfield. There's nothing they can do. But I believe, say, we'll go do well. We'll go beat them. We're biggest player in Nigeria. Talking about Samuel Ekombi, I want to just appreciate. I want to say,
you have 30 seconds.
We'll for full Afcon. Yes, we'll do for full Afcon. We want win Afcon.
Me no
distraction.
Yeah, me no distract me.
Why you don't give 18 million? We thank you. I'm not insulting nobody. I'm not shouting. But we thank you. We appreciate you. Carry on, support for your own side more. They continue. Victory for the Lions.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Baba. I want to really talk now about Nana.
Leave Nana alone. Namano suffered 4 goals yesterday.
Like I don't talk earlier. This Osimhen Palava, no not because say na a one-time thing. If you see any man with the criticism, go look even Nigerian podcast them and all of it. Everyone is pissed because that's until we don't go on now for more than 4 years. Nigeria never go 2 World Cup under Osimhen their watch. If you want to look and find that kind of attitude, because the team where they ever talk and say you never anything where it come out, anything where you see some person, anything you see some person do come on inside you. If you see, look at the way people talk most times, it come on inside them. If ye the accused Lookman, so you know give me the ball now because you know one man score. It means a situation they don't be where even you to say no give ball because he wants score because you know one makes a man score. How many last pass he don't give him? How many last pass? Like I thought, if you pull so many videos where here. Guys, go ahead and we are almost rounding up. Go ahead and make your calls. Let's see. I think the person will call. Yeah. So we need to talk this and call one just talk. Yeah, we know some other players they get ego. Salut, Baba.
Yes, hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you very well. Go ahead, make your contribution.
Yes, Asalo, innocent, Asalo.
Asalo, Papa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, I want to talk about the last 8 games. Teams that already qualified. I think all the exception of them will be surprised. Then I want to talk, if I get the chance for truth, I will add the Congo Democratic for the maybe 9, then send them to the World Cup 2026. Then every other Cape Verde and the South Africans and the Ghana, they stop watching. But I don't get that opportunity or that chance to make the choice. So, anyways, I'll go for one match. Cameroon. I'll try to analyze each match in a few seconds. Cameroon versus Morocco. No matter how people put up, it will be a very explosive game. Morocco has a good team. They don't be together for a while and they progress this. And not the people they focus over for the last game against Tanzania. No 2 games, no they the same. Yeah, so it will be a very good game. But lucky enough, Cameroon don't play. It's don't see improvement for Cameroon every game. So it's supposed to only get better. Now what will Cameroon say? Cameroon no get benched. So what's it happen for Democratic Republic of Congo where they lose today against Algeria? Now because they no be get benched. As soon as they make those changes, put those to bench out, it kill the intensity for Congo. So make Cameroon start to end the game by 90 minutes. Maybe they no go extra time. If they go extra time, I believe so if you worry Cameroon. Maybe they try to end the game within 90 minutes because Cameroon no get good base. If you look at whenever they make those changes, it will kill tempo for Cameroon. Cameroon is probably like 11, 12, maximum 13 players where they play with the same intensity. And then, lucky enough to the game now, Morocco is losing one of their key players, like their key midfielder,
Unai, yeah.
Injured for the rest of the competition. And then Amrabat not fully fit and he never played again. So Cameroon with Lionel Messi, Baleba for me to see Cameroon can dominate the midfield against Morocco. So now today the key focus. Yeah, because Morocco get very good wing back. And Hakimi and Mazraoui, they be good.
And
then they be good center back. Cameroon will dominate for me to see because Unai and Amrabat, they know they. But they get good wingers too. So Cameroon the fullback they could be very alert. Yeah. So then I'll just turn around and talk something about Algeria. Algeria concede. Algeria never concede. Algeria concede against Equatorial Guinea.
Yeah, and so Emilion Sue score a wonderful goal.
Yeah, but nobody Zidane the catch. Nobody Lucas Zidane the catch. But Lucas Zidane with that all bad good of the keeper. They never test here. Now say Morocco, Algeria get very tight defense with Adnori, Manzi, and Bensebaini. They call it. They rarely.
Benacer.
They barely test Zidane. So now he never concede. So maybe if Algeria go through to some position, if he will best keeper because he never concede, they nobody really say don't make up. If you look and talk, you understand what I try to talk. If you watch Algeria, if you watch that match, then ask us now be that keeper. They made a creation as Zidane Piqué. Now unless you be a footballing person, you don't know say Zidane Piqué. So now the thing that the type of footer. And then Algeria will be a very good game. Two good teams, so they like to play football. But as this small inside way, therefore Nigeria, if they don't resolve and get back to themselves as soon as possible, it will affect them because this thing, even Eric Chell, if you will notice Eric Chell as soon as that thing happens, they're in a good mind frame.
Yeah.
That way, Osimhen, after match, players they salute each other. Osimhen they walk out to the dressing room. Some staff one walk out to Osimhen, so another staff to say no, may they leave me go. Even though they don't downplay and Lugman don't downplay and but Osimhen like Natako also talk. When it happen one time and mistake, when it happen two times and mistake, when it happen three times,
na pattern.
Yes, na pattern. We know say Osimhen a very, very influential player for a club and for national team. But we also look at all the goals to Osimhen don't score for Afcon, the 3 goals. Now assist from Lugman.
From Ademola Lugman.
Ademola Lugman. If Ademola Lugman, now you 1 or 2 others. I don't believe in a very selfish player. The key player, if someone talk about Iwobi, unfortunately enough, football on dinner for we they over focus on goal on assist, where it's not good. But I believe Iwobi don't be the key player for Nigeria the Afcon. After you were looking at Lugman and Ademola, Ademola too has been very influential. Besides the goals and assists, he created a lot of chances for the team. So Osimhen get out for vex, but if you just vex, sometimes in the way somebody is never pass you, give you pass, you decry. So you don't go attack the person like some Bobby for Algeria match today where Bakubu take him, where Mesha don't deplace, he shoot. The way Mesha vex, he just tell Mesha say, calm down. If you just want to play on the after match now, you tell you say Mesha at the year, at the vex you, you give me that ball, man, they had to. No, be see, just throw him outright like that. We know say yes, Osimhen only way, especially for this last World Cup qualifier, Nigeria no qualify. All Nigeria no match where Osimhen they upset. As Osimhen they injured, either they draw or they lose. So it be very essential. They may not carry that to head because there's no big part Nigeria national team. But he's very influential for the national team. You understand?
Yeah.
And Tula on talking about Kevin Bassey. Kevin Bassey do those wrong. If you look now when they play things like Mozambique and the rest, Kevin Bassey na very hard defender. We know overbeat that good with the ball. If you see now, sometimes you see he do those things depending on the opponent. If they meet up with team like Cameroon, he will not do that. If they meet up with team like Algeria, he will do those things. If he move forward, he going to move forward. No say Ndidi or Onyeka dey for back for drop back.
They don't cover him.
So he will drop back lead those for. So I see Senegal beating Mali. Nigeria or Algeria will be a very tough match. I will prefer Nigeria. I see Cameroon. As I talk, Cameroon they don't get to take this match to 120 minutes because Cameroon just like Democratic Congo, they not get a good thing. But they kill this game within 60 minutes.
Okay.
So I see Cameroon beating Morocco. It's going to be a really tough match. But Cameroon don't get some habit. Since the first game against Gabon, where they start the minute 1 with intensity, all the other games they don't grow into the game. If they do that against a team like Morocco get players who help them. Morocco no lose those chances to South Africa loser. So maybe they no wait for growing to maybe they just start the game with them. Maybe they just grow into the game from minute one. Or else they go regret at the end of the game. They will regret at the end of the game.
Thank you,
so
Baba.
I see Cameroon beating Morocco. But all those 4 games is short. Now final, anybody will win, get right for win. No one will go there like a wow to win. Even the Senegal Mali way would be say Mali don't just the tie games. Mali na person don't always be present for knockout stages for Afcon. So no be new thing for them for this stage. Even though I just say they draw other games for group stage. So the Mali Senegal will be a good game. Even though I think
Senegal will be a tough game.
Yeah, because it's too short. All the 4 games are good games. But as we talk, hopefully, I don't know if time they will really don't talk again. That Cameroon match time will talk about a level 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because a lot of things will happen for that game.
We'll come back. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, if not they available, if we set up a show,
set up again tomorrow,
that will just we'll really talking about the match and things like that.
Yeah. But all the anyways, I just think are 4 very exciting games. We enjoy football, and luckily enough, those things the way small things they can make and people they talk say small thing no day again for football. Which small things will always be for football. That we never hear that thing this year, which is very good.
Yeah.
At least all the big teams they show up. Also, not just the big teams. If you look at star players, they show up. Each player before one Kalini will be nothing Bemo and Baliba na the top key players for Cameroon, they don't step up. You see Salah don't step up. You see Mane don't step up. You see Osimhen, Lookman don't step up. You see Mahrez don't step up. You see each star for each team don't show up. Say okay, I maybe just play final for my club side. I also be proud of my country back.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Papa. Thank you for your contribution, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Day together.
Okay.
So guys, I can be tell now, Onana collect 4. Go ahead.
Dima no one drop that issue with Onana. Onana do you wait? Leave that is. We will leave Onana to get alone. So guys, we thank you, man. We thank you. Any other thing that we talk about before we close? Before we run up?
Nothing really. Let's see. Okay. The interaction, especially for we'll get the caller.
Hello.
Baba, go ahead.
I want to just add another small contribution on that. They want to extend Afcon to 4 years, and also that Osimhen matter. I believe I'll be touched about that. I be carried away without we are not be touched on that. I believe as we don't talk before, I think last week say change the calm, people go resist, but change be very necessary. Regardless of the fact, say we like make the Afcon to be every 2 years for some more the enjoy them. If we want to talk in terms of money, if we want to check how the organization be, I believe so at least we'll get some more knowledge now on how CAF they get money through adverts and stuff. I don't believe they get enough money for improve local football as much as they want. And again, for benefit some of our players when they play for Europe, so that makes some of these European countries they still design more of African players. If they believe they affect that their window that they play, it will make and to get more players than for some of these major leagues. Now, one of my believe in that. Say in as much as Mr. Pay the one change for 4 years instead of a normal 2 years, it will help we forget more players than for Europe. Secondly, it will help we now to forget more home-based players them where they come for this Nations League, where they go like for play for Nations League, for get a bigger audience, for improve. Just imagine now, say, we get game, and it happen at a time where clubs they still play that Nations League. So if you say Pago go decide to start call the boy, they mean they come off with their club, they come. No. They go run come back for MTN League 1. Go Cotton Sport, pick 2. Go for Union, pick the 1. Chico United, pick the 1. Even wrong go say for Guti, go pick some person for that side. Make up a team. If you call the other player, maybe they not really get key or play for their clubs. Just for some get a certain team. Before you know, wrong get 1 or 2 new players will join the other squad. Or go for Junior Lion, pick players then. It go to boast a lot of self-confidence or belief. Say, hey, one day I feel go play for you, and if I play fine, I go do main team. I believe that will help a lot of local football. I go push a lot of federations to develop their local leagues and football better. Imagine see before the whole Egypt suffer before I even finish with them.
Benin.
How do you even expect that? Yes. How do you even explain that? Egypt. How do you explain that? Because people don't catch up, and we need people to catch up as much as possible. The more they catch up, the more the body be better. And if they catch up, it means the infrastructure until they come up. Because no man no one for you say I live, me never get I live. Central Africa I don't get fee. Wait before they can play for Yaoundé. Not some of it improve a lot of things. They know say that team they go further. They're going to get some of this infrastructure. They more just embrace them. In as much as we praise them, we get Afcon every if possible say every year for fine. But again, the more we not play them, when we want play them, people they anxious. You know, so you don't forget them. You get the value. Yeah. It's over because you don't over the get that, you don't over the get them. But when there's scarcity, the demand be more higher. So we believe that want to go ahead. Then that Osimhen issue, who say as you don't really talk Osimhen a character. Anyhow one pretend, anyhow one pampai, anyhow one do it is bad. And a character. For that level way there, for that kind of strike away there, and he wish it bad. But if he continues, so no big thing no ever sign him. It's normal.
That's exactly the
they will never sign him. If he and he wish he say may not sign him. But if he continues, so they will never sign him. Because no man no one struggle for get a certain solidarity, you just call your own ego.
Yeah.
Talking to another player who has become a best player of Africa. Not a small person you talk about, so anyone or any person. That's Lookman. They keep if you move for Osimhen, put up a bench. Same in Nigeria player they do replace Osimhen. Yeah. But you see, Lookman, it's difficult to have players like that. He get that kind of mentality where I've said Mbomo get them, he go share always. He go always share. But if it happens that period, say he decides not share, the whole outburst is too proportional. For that small way, you know, and also the PR way it made the try to do another cover and up. But had it been it was Mourinho, now all that your bench on start, get on and finish. Clean.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay, Baba.
Useless behavior. Yes, now on that.
Okay, Baba. Thank you very much. Yeah, no man if you tell me anything. It explains why, bro, this guy like the camera, go on coach for national team. Finidi,
finish him.
It finished me the guy. Just because you're making money, you think you're professional. Even if the coach can lie, say, oh, I don't call you now because of this, or I don't do this now because of this, bro. So time the bill just should you quiet. Say, girlfriend, now time go tell. Just leave him. So time after time, they know it go all bring pictures and bring the one. I been no say they go lie. I been no say. Why is it always you? Why is it always he explain like I told you, explain why they play for Turkey. You know that other guy they play for Turkey. Because they don't decide they don't only play football, they want to be administrators and also. Guys, thank you very much today for 141. But we'll definitely end up in less than 15 minutes. If any person give a call, I will want to talk about I see Roger Mila for locker room. He talk with Chamadi. So he did a
talk with
Mbemo too. He did a start list of certain people they go for, and then we see we go back song too with
Captain Courage.
Captain Courage, yeah. He did a start list of certain people they go for locker room.
So this is exactly not living. These people now wants to go to the locker room because there's a sense of a team. And if you heard Rigobertson when they gave him an interview, he said now we have a sense of a national team, not a club. We are in a national team. So now they've seen the spirit that is in the locker room, and they now and remember the Claude Leroy interviewed Roger Miller just after the game, right on the field. And then Claude Leroy asked him, so do you think, what is the advice that you can give to this player if you want to talk to them? And the answer of Roger Miller shocked me, to be honest. He said, if the coach allows me to go into the locker room and talk to them, yeah, definitely I'll go there and give them a little insight and share with them the experience we had in 1988 and hope for them to do the same thing in the same country. So when I heard that, and then later on I saw him in a locker room talking with Chamade and then Mbomo, because when you talk to Mbomo, you tell him, hey, you did a great job. You must just score in this competition to make your performance perfect. So that's why he was telling Mbomo and all of that. So Rigobertson that knows exactly how a locker room should be with his playing experience and him being the coach. And now that they have a certain sense of control, right? Around the team, a discipline around the team, and a spirit of cohesion. Yeah, they might normally now come and share their experience with them. But unfortunately, that was not possible with the former staff because somebody was there and he's the one deciding everything and all of that. And they didn't really want to go there to get insulted, right? So you imagine that when that former coach came into Cameroon, he was talking about Roger Milla, he was talking about Rigoberto. How would they go into his locker room to share their experience? No, they cannot. So even for self-respect, they couldn't. But now that everything's came back to normal and the guys are performing, they can go there and share their and contribute and give their little advice they can give to those players.
If you never watch the video that way, Roger Milla they talk for Chamade or they talk for Buemo, go watch that video. You see how some Peking they look and say, "Whoa, now Roger Milla this." You see how, and trust me, he has a psychology. Like when Roger Milla can't tell you say pretty fair,
you did do great.
If you do them.
If you do them better.
On a big many people then. It is completely different from when a regular man, when a policeman, when no, he tell you whatever thing he tell you, or Tolo, or how they call them, or that Tolo. See, whether I like it or not, it happen for all levels for football, for all sides.
For all sides.
On a ancient grow them, on a player they especially the one that they get good character. The one that when I see the way Roger Milla they keep step by step with Samuel Eto'o. Because I want to make sure say they do the right thing. He want to make sure say they do the best thing for take our football to side with them. They want to see
maybe. Exactly.
There is no way Roger Milla go make Cameroon fail. There is no way Rigoberto go make Cameroon. No way even Jeremy Jitap, even Wome. There is no way any of the problem now how you want do them. You want do them in a more professional way. Or you want can do an attack way chaos there, and then they talk say make a Eto'o not come, and then you are. We get advanced and then 9 them. Do you imagine say Eto'o never go me talk Kofanete say OPD you see the kind
of make run so make so it will better you.
It don't make no sense. It means we will get resources they only use them for all sides for the well. All man they use all to we get them. That picking they call it Zidane picking himself. Una know the added advantage we did for that team just because Zidane picking the play Zidane the cash don't watch him.
Don't watch the game.
Una know what he mean. Say Zidane for they to watch me. What's that?
This player. So from what he was talking, the last caller was talking about the Afcon going 4 years, as the changes must come on and all of that. So why is it that the change is not going to the CONCACAF, to the South American Federation? Why is it not? They're still playing every 2 years and nobody's complaining. The real thing, the real deal, is that we have to build our football, right? We have to build those infrastructure. We have to make sure that we have a good leagues across the continent, and then nobody's going to dictate whatever they are dictating. You know, when you look at the South American leagues, they play on a very high and very good. There has nothing to envy to Europe. So they have their professional league players being paid millions and all of that. So yeah, if you want to play that, they can just remain in their own part and organize their thing, and nobody is going to be crying. If the players say, no, I'm going to come because of this, you will not come, and then you'll be crying because you couldn't even represent your country. You'll have a wonderful career with nothing to show in your country. That's it. So we have to build our own football and stop being like, no, because this decision is not a marketing decision. Like I just wanted to point out to this, it was just something, the pressure that these European teams are putting on FIFA, right? Because they say they are the one paying the players and all of that. And mind you that there are a set rule that was written, the regulation is there saying that if the national team needs a player, just give the player to the national team. It works for Europe, it works for South America. Why is it for Africa we always have to compromise? That's the question. That's the question.
You know, True Lion, I don't just Google now. They say CONCACAF the play every 2 years.
Not 2 years.
So I don't know. Maybe you check CONCACAF now which one?
South America. America and South America.
No, it should say they play every 2 years.
Not 2 years.
2
years.
Yeah, there's a lot of things Africa will give a fix them, and slowly but surely, and that's the reason why when he said we should just not talk about this particular person, we should just ignore. I feel like we don't ignore for too long. Now the same way we ignore for 40 something years. They pass down, they give you ancestor as president. You understand? No, we get for talk. Whether you like it or not, these people are watching. These people are listening. Like I had a call from someone today. I don't ever believe. I had a good conversation in, hey, we'll watch you now. We'll see what you do and I just continue. By the way, one other thing I think that the last two will talk. One other thing I don't notice about this particular competition, the fan support, especially supporter group and things like that. Back in the days, we used to have Ngando, and then we'll have other traditional dance groups. We'll have this, we'll get that, we'll get. But I need to see that particular groups within the Cameroonian community. I need to see them, we see influencers them, we see individuals them. When they work to do their thing, they for fee. You'll notice most times when you see the one show a Cameroonian crowd, you maybe show like 5-10 people, and then you see white people around there, you see other community, or they see like back in the days when Cameroon they play, you see a whole row just Cameroonians. I don't know what we don't notice them.
So I mean, two things about that. You talk about Ngando Piquet, right? He was doing good back in the days, but now even now Ngando is in Morocco, right? But you can't feel him the way he was because he's aging, right? He can't make those dances he was doing before. He's tired now. He's more than 75 years old now. So going to the field and make that dance, he can't do it anymore. He's there right now with the team, but the Ngando teams cannot be Ngando when Ngando is not really showcasing the way he was showcasing and all of that. And now this Afcon is played in a very long distance for most of the fan, and the flight ticket is kind of expensive for them. And sometimes back in the day, the government will support that group of supporters. But now that the government, they have other things to do, and especially in this edition that they were hoping, some people in the government were hoping for the team to fail. They really didn't invest on bringing people in. So now we're seeing influencers, because nowadays we are in the era of this social media and all of that. The influencers, behind the influencer, you have 1 million followers. Behind the other, you have 1 million followers. So whatsoever they are showcasing is going to 1 million people on the other side. And then now, since we are in a world of communication, the federation will take advantage of having like 5 influencers that will cost them less than bringing a group of let's say 30 people, right? In a group of like Ngando, paying them 30 I don't know, that's 30 flight ticket, instead of paying 5 that have a 1 million or 500,000 behind them, that you're touching with 5 people, you're touching more than 10 million people, right? And then bringing 30 random guys that just dance around and all of that. So they're looking at all of that because it's an era of where you guys are just communicating, cleaning your image and all of that. So this is exactly what's happening. So those guys that was like going when the cup was like in Gabon or just like in Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, people were flying. You can even drive to the road and go, and then it was magic. But now you have to first get a visa to Morocco, and then when you get a visa, you have to pay an expensive flight to get over there, and everybody cannot afford that. That might be the reason.
Okay. That can be the reason, but I just feel like we must not ignore the importance of having these groups and go out there. I remember back in the days, Cameroon national team, people are coming for boss. You see about 50 Cameroonian supporters, 100 Cameroonian supporters dressed. They are dancing traditional dances and things like that. It adds to the vibes. I know so many people they come out task, they go Afcon. I know so many people they come out Europe, they go down there. I just feel like what we need to do is organize ourselves some more for where we okay. I know so you go the man go okay. More fine always stay for one hotel. More fine always get some one bus we need to carry we go and give me. It will even be cheaper for now. Rather than people just go individually, stay for their places and them, and then every time you want to take taxi, you get to pay for the taxi you want, or you want to take a car that you get to pay, or you go for your hotel room you want and things like that. Even I did for group, when I even get cook. We will cook on a Cameroonian music and things like that. So the whole idea or the whole suggestion I see after this Afcon, we'll start looking for ways to create fan clubs around. Even for America, we'll figure our fan club national team. Whether are we 10, whether are we 20, whether are we 30, whether are we 50. Time for competition, one reach. Hey, who did go? Okay, I go. I already buy my ticket. Hey, I go. Okay, you know what, Papa? Since me I need go. And I know spend $1,000 or $2,000. Okay, take the $200. Just add up for your small thing. You understand? When I come up for year, when I 10, when I meet up for day, when I day for group, the vibes is just different, the energy is just different, and I think so when the players see una, it adds something to that Henley where they talk. I feel like we are really, our supporters they really be isolated. It's really, really isolated. I don't know how Gando they do for finance a trip. I don't know if he gets sponsor or anything. But I don't know. My papa just find we reconcile with Fika Food. Find we do. But that's another problem we have also in our community. The fact saying Gando only get to this age and then I still be the mascot. Gando be get for one reach for this age. He already gets to another fat picking way.
We train them.
Then I don't train them. That naive feature before back the director. They say, "Okay, now do so." Again, for already been a registered structured movement. The other day, I actually listen to your song and they dance and listen. And I asked myself, "But wait, Gando get his songs in, as in Gando get an album. Because Gando get for all the years we don't support national team. He get for get some cassette. We get like 10 songs and different songs in. Where people feel the dance. He get actually been at the best way. If you meet all the beginning, they do bole. They do it some 5 beats, put your voice on some place, some kind of sing, push out there. Get a sponsor if you are really organized. Because if you need to get sponsors, now because you know be organized way, if company give you 10 million, some of you go justify so begin Gando 10 million, as in through taxes and all of that in them. Now why when you probably get sponsors? But if you register the group, you register as Fika Food, you register as a business or an NGO, any kind of say you day, you wanna be organized, wanna push out information, get on a social media place, report on the activities. Before you know it, even Fika Food fee say, you know what, this time around we'll get money. You understand? This time around we'll get money, we'll take the group, we'll take that group. It is just something we need to start doing. Form a small group them. At least we don't see the football on the go back for place where it makes sense. The football on the go back for place where we all are happy. We must start investing also to make sure when result the camp, you be proud say, "Na my own small thing they are doing."
You be more structured.
Be more structured. I don't think to get any other thing for discuss.
We're just gonna thank them, thank our people like every day, like you. Thank you guys for always be around. Thank you for calling, for chipping in your own opinion. Thank you for all of you guys watching, commenting. Atem, Mokeba, True Lion, Football Entertainment. It's good to see you, my brother. And Ejabi Ekoko, Tam Gaelo. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody in Fu Nkashi, welcome guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, for sharing. And like we say, this is our house, we build it together, all right? And this is where we can come. You can come and make your own opinion and tell the world what you think about a certain situation, and we're doing this together. So we're going to stick together. If you want to do a show tomorrow, we'll put up a flyer and let you know. And as usual, we know we are together, and together we are stronger.
Thank you very much. Mokeba Ndingi, he laugh, he say cassette. Man, talk to you know my brother or my sister. I don't need cassette no more, even buy album. May make some small money if you make it be like. He got some really good songs, man. Good Makosa kind type songs the way I feel like if you promote them, especially with the brand, it'll probably sell. But again, maybe you know it's really do. Fika Food so don't pay a flight and things like that. With the way Fika Food is getting structured right now, it's difficult to get that kind of thing. Because Fika Food understands the same way some people they already sacrifice, they need to take salary because they want to make football work. So every other person will understand how to structure itself. For either just be an entertainer or make it a career or make it a business and then benefit from. Thank you very much. I think so. We'll see you tomorrow.